door and a knock, then you know that it's going to be very interesting. Here's my door, Amy.
Excellent.
Guys, can I have it? All the little ones, can you come and sit on this side of the door for me, please? Oh, hang on. No, I'm not doing that yet. No, I'm not doing that. You can sit there. Everyone, come here. All the little ones, come here. Yes. All right. Good morning, everyone. Do you remember the story that Amy mentioned this morning about her dog? And Gabe and Jake also talked about the loyalty of a dog. Well, I've come up with an experiment about that. And after we've proven what loyalty is and faithfulness, David will read a short couple of verses from Lamentations about God's faithfulness, which is right at the bottom of the pit of human experience, comes out an expression of God's love and faithfulness and loyalty for us. But here's the experiment. Who here has a dog? Are they excitable creatures? Loyal? Lovely? If you put a dog in the cupboard under the stairs for the whole day and left the house all day and came back and opened the door to that under the stairs cupboard, how would your dog react? He'd be mental. He'd go crazy, wouldn't he? Absolutely crazy. Loyalty abounds. If you put your wife under the same stairs for the day and come back in the early hours of the evening and open the door, what's going to be the reaction? Not an expression of dog-type loyalty, right? Let's turn this door around. David, can you read to us from Lamentations, please? Hang on, wait. On. Check. Just do check.
Checking.
There we go.
Yes, we're away. Right, our reading today is from your church Bibles, which is page 826, and it's Lamentations 3, verses 22 to 24. For those of you that haven't got church Bibles in front of you, there are some in the pockets at the back of your chairs. I've given you time to find it because it's a very short reading, and if I start, you won't have time to find it. So if you'll please, somebody nod and let me know that you've actually found it, and I'll continue. Right.
Great.
I see that people have found it. So it's Lamentations 3, verses 22 to 24. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion. Therefore I will wait for him. And that is the word of the Lord.
Amen to that. Therefore we will wait for him because God is faithful. There's another story at the end of the Bible where Jesus comes to the front door of our house, our life, our own inner spiritual life, and he knocks on that door like this. What do you do when you hear a knock on the door, guys? You open it. So, and when it's Jesus, you open it, and what does Jesus do? He comes into your life, doesn't he? Yes. So what does this also remind you of? Knock, knock. Who's there? Yes. I need my glasses. I can't, no, my head's too big for those glasses. Knock, knock. Canoe. Canoe, come out and play. Knock, knock. Lettuce. Let us in and you'll find out. No, that's one of my favourites from my childhood. Knock, knock. Ken, can I come inside? And finally, knock knock. Alex. I'll explain everything once you open the door. So we have to open the door before Jesus can come in. Amen? Now, I've got a job for you guys, and it involves giving out these paper clips to everybody here, or as many people as possible. Take some paper clips. Go as quickly as you can. Go. Laura. Thank you, my darling. You do it. There you go. Good girl. Do you want some? Who else wants some paper clips? Yeah, give them out. Go give them out. Yeah. Hector, there you go, sweetie. Go give them out. This opened easier when I was on my own upstairs. I don't know, probably does. Thanks. There you go, Tom. Let's get them on this side. Hang on. Can you come on this side of the door for me? Has everybody got a paperclip? Everyone, come and sit in this space here for me. It's really important that you don't see behind the screen. This is where the magic happens. No, you need to sit there, darling. Sit there. Sit there. No, we don't. It's okay. It's okay. There's some there. Okay, for those who have a paperclip, what I'd like you to do now, where have they gone? Oh, they've gone. I'll use this one. Get your paperclip and straighten it. Anybody who can make a paperclip straight gets a prize. It's going to be a Tesla car, but it has to be perfectly straight. Absolutely perfectly straight. Anybody has brought in any gadgets from their garden shed to make it perfectly straight, you're disqualified. Now you'll know that as you do this, Gabe and Jake told us that things went very wrong. But God's faithfulness and God's loyalty comes after us, and we are like a paperclip that just cannot be made straight, aren't we? Keep trying. Some people are taking this way too seriously, I have to say. Viv's face, that's a concentration, that is. Wow. Amazing. All right, okay. Have you all failed? All have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. All have sinned and fallen short of the faithfulness and the loyalty of God. I'm going to attempt now to straighten this in just a few seconds. Wait there. You can see. Go away. I'm nearly done. I've made a pair of scissors already. I'm just going to straighten it all out. Only God can straighten. You see where I'm holding it? It's where it's not quite straight. I'm being very deceptive and devious here. Only God can straighten what is wrong and crooked and in our lives that needs to be straightened. Only God can set us right. Now, let's see what else we've got next. So, only God can make straight our crooked lines. Come here, sweetheart. So now I'm going to read a poem. And this is where I need Amy to hold the mop so we can get rid of this door now. Oh no, you're going to see my magic trick here. Oh no. In a minute. Here we go. You can see a lot of thought has gone into this. One of the things that we can't do is change how God has set his heart upon us. We cannot change God's affections towards us. So the passage that David read out is not just mere pie in the sky about God's niceness. It is when the people of God, the covenant people of God in the Old Testament, were at rock bottom and everything had been swept away. The prophet Jeremiah wrote a 5-chaptered note, really, where he was lamenting the loss of everything that God seemed to have promised would last forever. And in the midst of that despair, God said, my faithfulness is new every morning. Hang on to that. Even in the lowest moments, God's faithfulness will always bounce back for us, even though sometimes we can experience this terrible trauma in our lives, whether individually or corporately, as a group or as a nation. God's faithfulness endures forever. Here's the poem. There once was a mop, so brave and so bold. Who thought it could stop the ocean's cold? He's trying to mop the ocean away with bristles of pride and a handle so long it wiggled and waggled, singing a song, singing, I'll push back the tide, I'll dry up the sea, no wave will get past, just you wait and see. It swished and it swashed with all of its might, but the tide just chuckled. Oh, what a sight! For every big splash that the mop tried to block, the ocean rolled in with a tick-tock, tick-tock. It soaked that poor mop from head to toe, and the mop cried out, oh no, oh no! The tide kept on coming, so strong and so free, while the mop dripped and droops in a puddle of sea. But still it kept mopping, though it was vain, determined to fight every drop, every rain. At last the mop sighed, this job's just too tough. Stopping the ocean is harder than stuff. The sea splashed and sparkled, so happy and wide, and whispered, dear mop, come and take a ride. So the mop floated off on a wave out to sea, and danced with the dolphins as happy as can be. Dance, Amy, dance. For sometimes it's best just to go with God's flow and leave the big tides of his love to his ocean below. We can no more keep the tide back by mopping it to stop God's love. Or we could say, has anyone been on a holiday where there are midges? And you see them in the beam of sunshine? There is no way, no more than midges in a sunbeam plotting to overthrow the sun. Can they? It's an impossible dream. They can plot all they like. We, God's creatures, can plot all we like, but it's an impossible fantasy. We can never overthrow the sun. We can never stop the tide of God's love, and we can never overthrow the sunshine of God's faithfulness and his loyalty towards us. So what can we do as I finish? We can give in. We can surrender to his steadfast love, because his steadfast love never fails. It never stops. It is new every morning. And that is a crucial thing to understand in a world of faithlessness. We can surrender to his mercies because his mercies never stop towards us. As undeserving as we are as creatures, his mercies never, ever stop towards us. Just ponder the thought of that. God's mercies never stop, which means you are never out of reach. And as hard as you try to mop away the tide of his love, the tide will claim you, because his mercy is new every morning. We cannot stop the rising sun. We cannot stop the setting sun. We cannot stop God's mighty faithfulness. They are new every day, as if for the very first time every morning. As if God is saying at the sunrise of every day, go again, go again, go again. He's coming after us with his light and his love and his favor. And because God is like this, which we sometimes can so often just take for granted, because God's love is like this, we can have utter hope in him. And like the mop at the end of that poem floated off into the vastness of the ocean, into the vastness of God's love, our theme in this Holiday Bible Club has been space and astronauts and rockets. It is like an astronaut floating off into the vastness of his faithfulness. And that is always available to everyone, all the time, everywhere, if only you will claim it for yourself. Amen. Amen.
Amen.